Here are the reasons why I believe Bradley Manning was in the wrong. Hi, I'm Aniki Nippon. Now to begin, here are 4 facts to make an informed decision in the case of PFC Manning. The first thing to consider is that Bradley Manning went into an all-volunteer military, meaning that he met the physical and mental fitness requirements that are required for whatever service he's about to join. He signed on the dotted line saying that I will abide by every single regulation, whether I know it or not, in order to serve my country to the best that the government needs me to do it. If somebody wants to be in the military and not participate in a war, they can be a conscientious objector. But also, there's plenty of other organizations that people can join, like the Peace Corps, or they can also work for a non-government organization that doesn't have to involve war. The second point to consider is he was in national intelligence. He was in the intelligence industry, and he signed a contract with the government that said, I promise not to disclose any information that the government holds secret, according to the rules and regulations set forth before me, as in the previous contract, only this one is a non-disclosure agreement for certain information. Just war, as most people put it. And any kind of violation of these international laws is something that you have to report to your chain of command or some other means in order to make sure that this violation does not occur, or the people that do violate this law goes to trial and gets prosecuted. The third thing to consider is every single civilian contractor, government employee, or military member that is going into a war zone gets law of armed conflict training. This law of armed conflict training deals with the international laws set forth before every single country that they have to abide by to have a, just as an aside, do you think that every single country in the world goes through this kind of training? And do you think they're held to the same standards that we are? Of course not. The fourth thing to consider is that as a duty of an airman, as a soldier, as a Marine, as a military member, or as a civilian contractor, you have a duty and an obligation to report any kind of abuse, especially international law violations. Now, there are many means to go through reporting abuses of international law violations. One could be through your chain of command. One is that you can go directly to your first sergeant. One is that you can go to the inspector general, who makes sure that everything on base is done properly, is legal, make sure that everybody's doing their job. That is the duty and obligation of an inspector general, and he does not fall under the chain of command. And also, if you really don't feel like what they're doing is legal, you can also go to the Judge Advocate General, or the JAG office, and you can report a legal violation there if it is a legal violation. And that's another means which you can report an abuse if you don't think something that's legal is going on in any circle. Another thing to note here is, outside of the chain of command, you definitely can report anonymously, and sometimes you can report anonymously a violation under your own chain of command. My biggest question to you, ladies and gentlemen, is do you think that Bradley Manning took all of these steps and made sure that all of these things were done before he released classified information to the general public? In light of all this, do you really think the media is always on the public side? Do you think the media has an obligation to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth all the time, every time, so help them God? You don't think that the major media is trying to keep this kind of information out so they can inflame somebody's emotions or inflame controversy so they can sell more papers? Do you really think that the media is sugar and spice and everything nice? Where's the press when these 4 little facts of information are not revealed through major media sources? Where are they? Where are they for the public good? Do you think they've been helping you? Do you think that they're on your side? Where's the real corruption now? And where does the government stand in the public's eyes right now, when they didn't really essentially do anything that's wrong? And finally, I'd like to give thanks to every single service member that's out there fighting the good fight. And happy holidays to all of you. I would also like to give a special thanks to the Secretary of the Air Force's Public Affairs Office for assistance during the production of this video.